Have you ever wondered what the difference between psychic and medium really is? Because if so, stick around and I'm going to cover that topic today. How the information comes to each psychic or medium, or those who fall into both categories, is as unique as the person themselves. So you've got clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, so that would entail visions. Clairaudience, which you would have clear hearing, so you can hear the messages from wherever they're coming from. And then you have clairsentience. Clairsentience is clear knowing. And with all three of those, you can have more than one. You can have just one. You can have other things that don't fall into those categories because there's also one that relates to smell as well. There are so many other varied experiences, premonitions, dreams, just knowing without knowing, being an empath, and the list goes on and on. So if you're interested in for yourself, like learning this for yourself, see what's out there and see what resonates with you, because this is just the short list. But let's go into what psychic is. Psychic is the ability to see the future and know what's going to happen. Mediumship is having one foot in this realm and one foot into the other. And so you're kind of in tune with spirit guides, angels, the deceased, and so you have the eye to be able to see that. You can have both. And like I said, psychic is more about seeing the future, what's going to happen. And you ever see the show The Medium? If you've ever seen that, you can have both. And I think that also just kind of looking at it from the scope of all of these things are such a unique experience. And before I knew that there were labels to things, I used to just say that I read auras, and I just would call myself psychic because it was an easier way to explain what I do. Um, and I think that also looking at like the reality of what it is to be psychic, it's not piecing together this happened, this is the next logical step, this is the next logical step, but looking at it from the perspective of how did I know that? I didn't talk to this person for 5 years. How did I know they were going to get married? Or how did I know that that this person was doing this when nobody else knew, when they didn't tell me about it? How do you know that somebody's going to pop up throughout your day randomly that you hadn't even thought about in years? The things that disrupt the patterns of logic. And I think that that's how we can kind of gauge, is there something more going on? Is it a psychic ability? And mediumship, I found that a lot of mediums are highly creative. But that's all the time we have. So if you have questions, get back to me. I'll try to answer.